everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to make this beautiful autogele. Here are the materials needed to make it. I'll be starting with the plaited part. The measurements are 16 inches, 17 inches, 20 inches and 20 inches. Next, I will join them together. I'll be placing them on the same line on this side. You can see I'll take to my sewing machine and I'll join them together. Like I said in one of my old videos, to avoid this when working with your ashoke, you can always cut it with a soldering iron. Just plug it, allow it to heat up and use it and cut out your ashoke, because this can make your ashoke get shorter. And this is it after joining them. You can see the right side is facing me. So next, I'll measure from here, from the top to the down. Okay, I have 25.5 inches. Whatever you get, you add seam allowance to it and cut out one line of ashoke of that measurement. Like now I have 25.5 inches. I'll add 2 inches seam allowance. That's 1 inch up on both sides, 1 inch folding in on both sides. So I'll be cutting out 27.5 inches. Okay, this is my 27.5 inches. You should first fold 1/4 of an inch here, then take to your sewing machine and sew first before joining this to it. This is it after folding in 1/4 of an inch. Okay, next is to make our laser cut design. If you don't want yours to have that, you can skip this part. Just go ahead and join yours, leaving out the seam allowance on both sides, then place like this and sew. I already have a detailed video on how to make a laser cut design with a soldering iron. I will be leaving a link to the video in the description box. For this video, I traced my designs on my ashoke with chalk first before carving them out with a soldering iron, as you can see. This is it after making my laser cut design. So next, I will be placing this on top of this and I will be sewing it, bringing out the seam allowances on both sides. You can see I'll take to my sewing machine and I will sew. Okay, this is it after joining them. Then next, I'll be folding in the allowance. I'll fold 1, fold 2. You can see towards the back. Then I'll sew. I'll repeat the same thing for this side. Okay, next, from where I joined them together, I will measure 2.5 inches. Okay, I'll insert a pin there. Then I'll start forming my plate. I'll fold in 1 inch. And I'll start forming my plate. Then I will sew them. Okay, I will be stitching them from where I inserted the pin. You can see. Okay, when you are done, don't cut out your thread yet. I'll extend the plates. I'll extend this side. Next, I'll get my base and I'll fold in half and insert a pin at the middle. Okay, I'll be placing where we inserted pin earlier. I'll be placing it at the middle of my base. Okay, I will stitch them together there. Okay, you can use your needle and thread and continue stitching them together, just the first plate, you can see, or you take to your sewing machine and sew down the remaining part. Okay, remember, if you're using your needle and thread, you should be going back from the point where the needle and thread is coming out from. I'll continue to like get to the end. Okay, when I'm done, I'll place this on my mannequin head to arrange my place properly. Okay, next, from here I'll measure the usual 2.5 inches. That is where I'll be stitching all my plates at. I'll insert a pin there. Okay, then I'll start arranging my plates. Start arranging. I love pulling up my upper plates. Okay, when I'm satisfied with the way it looks, I'll stitch them together at that 2.5 inches, you can see. Okay, for the twisted part, I'm using two 40 inches. You can see the length is 40 inches. I'll take to my sewing machine and I'll join them together. Okay, this is it after joining them together. Next, I'll be placing my wadding. The measurement for the wadding is 37 inches by 10 inches. So I'll fold like this and fold. Then I'll fold in half. Okay, then next is to twist it. Okay, so next you can see, next I'll fold it again. Then I'll fold in half like this to know the middle. Then I'll place it. You can see, confirm that they are equal. Okay, so next I will first stitch here. Then start twisting. You can get someone to hold on to here for you. Okay, then I'll start twisting. You can see when I get to the end, I'll hold on to here and see what I'm doing, so it will be firmer. Okay, I'll stitch them together here. Okay, you can tie it to secure it well. You can see I doubled my thread so that it will be stronger. Okay, okay, next I'll be tacking the twisted part to my base. Remember, your needle is going back the same point it's coming out from. Okay, when you put it back, then you pick the twisted part with your needle and go back to your base. Just watch what I'm doing. You can see, then come out from my base. Then I'll go back from where it's coming out from again and pick up the twisted part again and come out from my base, bring out my needle from my base. I'll continue like that till I get to the end here. Okay, you can see. Next is to attach the handle for tying. I'll be cutting out the excess part. You can cut out with your soldering iron too. Remember, you leave out 1 inch and cut out the excess part. If you don't have soldering iron, you can just burn the edges. I've already shown this part in most of my older videos. Okay, when I'm done, I'll tie it. Okay, arrange your plates well. Then I will tag them together to keep them in place. So next, I'll come here. You can see I'll pull up here a little bit. You can see what I'm doing. Then I'll tack the first plate. You can see I'll tack it down. I'll be passing my needle the same point is coming out from. Okay, then I'll come here. I'll tack it to my twisted part. You can see here. Just ensure to keep your thread hidden. Okay, then this opening here, I'll be closing it up. This is it. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell to get you notified anytime I post a new video. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video.